Hey GED students, it's GED question of the daytime, and we've got a pretty generic bit of directions here today. It just says simplify the expression. So I'll just remind you to simplify an expression means to perform the indicated operation. The operation I see indicated here by this symbol is subtraction. So I'm going to be doing the subtraction. So 7/8 take away 3/8. So it always makes me giggle that students do really weird things with fractions. So I want to imagine that instead of calling these things, remember with the numerator of a fraction, this tells us how many. And the denominator of a fraction tells us of what size. Now, this should remind us of like money, for example. We're really used to having how many of what size. Like, for example, I could tell you that I had like 7 dimes, or 5 quarters, or 3 nickels. It's the same kind of a thing here. So if I have 7/8, I have 7 things of size 1/8. So, meaning one whole thing would be broken into 8 pieces, but I only have 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, if I have 7/8 and I go ahead and take away 3 of those, let's go ahead and erase my marks from 3 of those. We'll take away 1, 2, 3. And you can see I only now have 4 of my little pie pieces colored in. So 7/8 take away 3/8 is 4/8. Super simple concept. Students wipe their hands right now. I'm all done. Yay, super exciting. Watch out though. Do remember that part of simplifying tells us that all final fraction answers should be reduced. All final fraction answers must be reduced. Every time, all the time, unless for some reason they told you not to reduce. I've never seen a problem like that on the GED. All final fraction answers must be reduced. I don't care if it's a probability problem, subtracting fractions, adding fractions, multiplying fractions, whatever. Okay, a ratio. So that being said, I just want to point out to you something I think is really crucial about 4/8. Whoa. So let's draw a picture of 4/8. One way to think about 4/8 is it means 4 out of 8 pieces in a pie, but you could also just have like some circles, or 4 out of 8 of anything is a picture of 4/8. And I want you to see that if I have 4 out of 8 colored, I obviously have half of my batch covered. This is one of those fractions that reduces really easily. If you're wondering, well, yeah, Kate, what about the math? Remember that to reduce fractions, you divide out any common factors. Both 4 and 8 are divisible by 4, so I'll divide it out since they have that in common. 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So whether you do it just by instinct, or you do it using those wonderful math rules that we all love and adore, you're going to get down to 1/2. So the final answer here is not 4/8, even though that's true. The final answer here is 1/2. Awesome. If you have any questions about this or any other GED math concept, be sure to drop it in the comments, and I'll do my